All right, you guys, we're gonna try this again because our live went out and we have a storm coming. Hopefully we fixed it though. I don't know why it did that. That was so, it wasn't weird because that happens here all the time. Okay, so we were talking about,
I can't remember now.
we were how we need to decide between transitioning between our terracotta floors in the house and then transitioning our tile into the bathrooms. And I would rather do terracotta throughout the whole entire house, and my husband would rather switch up the bathroom tiles. Hi,
No.
little blue farmhouse.
It's not that I would rather do that. I can't envision like the green tile. Like I said, I could see if you were doing like a more neutral color.
Yeah.
Then you know what I mean, I wouldn't question it at all. I just can't see like your vision of it. So
Well, your poop room can be all white if you want.
no, I don't want a white poop room.
Exactly. That's how I feel about a shower.
No, I think I want like a disco ball in there, and
No.
you know what I mean.
So those are type of things that are gonna be our next steps to really think about and get done, because like I said, the roof is gonna be going up pretty quickly. Now, if our live starts glitching again, you guys please let me know, because we'll kind of start wrapping up our live, but we kind of wanted to give it one more chance so we could talk to you guys about some things. We were also talking earlier about taking Abby to get her knee done, and that's going to be a big part of me and my husband budget, and we have savings, and we talked to you guys about that a lot. And so Abby getting her knee done, when we go there, we have a lot of questions, but we also have to budget in her knee surgery. So since the beams are already ordered, and those were one of the most expensive things, that's a blessing that we got that out of the way.
So hold on, a lot of you guys have been asking me like, what's next with the house, or you guys want house updates and stuff, and I was trying to explain this to my wife. So once we get the roof up, it's gonna go a lot faster than now, which is good and bad at the same time. Okay, so bad because we have a whole lot of stuff to buy. Good because the house will be covered up and we can move on from that. So once we have the roof up, we go on to the rest of the electrical, the rest of the plumbing for like the kitchen and stuff, and then plaster, and then the subfloor, and then tile. Okay, so that'll go by very, very fast. So, you know, it's hard to, a lot of you guys ask me when we're gonna finish the house. I don't know. I mean, there's no, I can give you guys an estimate, but I'm not sure on that, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff to actually buy still, and there's a lot of stuff to do still. So, I don't know if you guys noticed on like some of my wife's vlogs, when we go for a walk, a lot of the houses here aren't plastered all the way around. That was another thing that.
Oh yeah, that was, especially out in Ototanico.
A lot of it, here in Adolico and Ocotlan, I mean, wherever you go, a lot of the houses just have the front of the house plastered, and I don't think we're gonna do that with our house. I think we're gonna try and plaster the whole thing all the way around, which is gonna take even more time. So, it's not a small house by any means, and there's just a lot of details to work out. You know what I mean? So, just be patient, I guess.
And we need to get our red silk pajamas.
Oh my gosh, red silk pajamas.
I'm not letting anyone walk through that door. I'm gonna have an extra place for like red silk pajamas when people come to visit. We do, I don't wanna say some, Little Blue Farmhouse, let me go back to her question really quick. Little Blue House Farm in Mexico said, Aaron, how do you not look all stressed out? We just started our house build in Moroleon. Is that how you say it?
Nuevo León. No.
And I'm
Moroleon.
And I'm stressed out already. Me and my husband we actually have done very well throughout our home build. I feel like
Hold on, I actually seen one of your vlogs, and I think I've seen your husband help out a lot. So, it is very stressful. Especially when you're not used to like building the way they are here. It's not stressful for you because all you have to do is draw it out. But what I did, I literally took it one step at a time. Like, you know what I mean? If we were working on the foundation, that's all I focused on. I couldn't focus. Erin, whenever Erin talks to me about a house, she's like, you know, I want, um, I want this in the living room, but it has to look like this. And she gives me all the little details into like what colors. And I can't do that. You know what I mean? I need to finish the walls before you talk to me about putting color on anything.
Right.
So
No,
I think it's
true.
just, you know what I mean, taking your time and focusing on one thing at a time.
I agree with that. I think, and then Vic, thank you so much. And thank you so much, Anna Espinoza. Aaron, I'm waiting to hype your channel, waiting for 10,500s coming soon. Thank you so much, you guys, for people who send me emojis, who hype our channel, who share, like, and subscribe. You guys are making our dreams in Mexico a reality. You are such a big blessing in our life, and that's wonderful to me. Every once in a while, I meet people out in Ocotlan that know our channel. Sometimes we invite them over to the house. Some people get to see our home build, and it's really exciting. So you guys are all so wonderful. Thank you so much. And I love meeting you guys. I've met people in Michigan that watch our channel at the airport. Abby gets a nervous wreck. She's like, Mom, if someone recognizes me, and I laugh so hard because Abby's just really shy, but I just wanted to tell you guys thank you so much, because if you don't know, we made it to 80,000 subscribers, and one day it's going to be at 100,000, and all that is possible because of your guys' love and support, and we appreciate it so much. So I really want to be able to tell you guys thank you so much for that, and just being able to share our experiences and our home build with you guys. That means a lot to me. I really do get emotional when we get to bring kind of like our subscriber YouTube family to see our home build. It's so cool for them to see it.
So there, I don't know if we've told you guys yet, but there's been a few people that have stopped by our house and kind of got to tour the house and stuff. And you guys have no idea, you know, how good that makes us feel. That makes us feel, you know, just so thankful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to explain it. But it's also amazing. My mom asks us all the time. You know what I mean? Like, well, how many people see you? And I don't think I can't even grasp like the amount of people 80,000 people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's even harder to my mom to understand, you know, how many people are actually watching us.
And surprisingly, because my mother-in-law travels back and forth a lot more than me and my husband do between Mexico and the United States, and people recognize her in the airport, and they ask to take photos with my mother-in-law, and you don't even know how happy that makes her.
Yeah.
Like, she keeps those photos on her phone. She is so happy, and it is hard for her to understand. And I try to tell my mother-in-law, I'm like, you really don't know sometimes how blessed you truly are. And like, I think people see the joy and the love and all the good things here, and you guys supporting and loves us, just, it changed our whole life, and it means the world to us.
It really does. Muchísimas gracias.
And your guys' advice, I read through every single comment, and whenever you guys leave me advice, I go straight to my husband. I'm like, that was such a good idea. I didn't even think about that. So I'm listening, you guys. I'm taking in your advice, especially about Abby. That vlog I'm going to be posting as soon as it's finished, and it feels good not to feel alone in that, because it's scary.
Josie, hi. She was one of the people that actually stopped by our
Oh, hi,
house.
Josie. Oh my gosh, yes. She's one of my new best friends. Yes, Josie came by, and you know what I asked her? I said, when she came into the house, I was like, does the house look smaller or bigger or different compared to watching it on YouTube? I would be curious of that. And she says it looks the size. It looks like how you would think it would look.
Mm.
So I was a little bit curious about that, because when I watch other people build their homes, I wish I could just jump right in there and be a part of it and see what it's looking like.
So Diego M said, alguien dijo un día que eso no era seguro llevar gente desconocida a tu casa, Lalo, pero no saben que en México somos como familia, y tienen muchísima razón.
Oh, did it glitch again, you guys? Oh no, it better not. It better not. Somebody's messing with our Wi-Fi outside, I bet. They don't want us to have our live. Could you weld outside lighting fixtures? I was gonna ask you about that.
Can I weld outside light
But
fixtures?
how are you doing the lighting outside?
What do you mean?
Because I'm gonna have the lantern lights outside, a bunch of them.
You mean like running the electrical wire out to them?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
not a
just
big
like
deal.
we're doing now, yeah.
Okay, because I just want to
But-
make sure you weren't like, oh no, we can't do
No,
that.
so I've gotten this question a lot, okay? So a lot of people have asked me if I'm gonna weld up the railings to the stairs or the railings for outside or, you know, any other things.
Yeah.
I am not artistic enough to do that. I don't have that imagination. I feel like here in Mexico you have welders and then you have herreros that, you know, that do creative artistic welding, okay? I don't have that imagination. I'm sure Erin, if she was a welder, I think she'd be able to do that because she just has that artistic style, you know what I mean, or thing to her. I just don't have that.
Right.
Like if you ask me to draw something, I'm probably gonna draw you a stick figure. You know what I'm saying? But I can weld, so I think that's two different things there.
And that's true. And you guys, my mom is on here. Hi, Mom. I'm surprised you're still up because I know it's late in Michigan right now. Yeah, welding they're so artistic here, you guys. I can't wait when we start to look at our windows, how we're going to do the design because it's probably not as popular in the States, but here in Mexico, you know, they weld the steel into all these beautiful designs. And I can't wait. I can't wait to start looking at those things, even though it's a bit overwhelming. Like, even going into the lighting store, I was like, how am I ever going to decide?
Well, I think we have an idea of what we want. It's just us finding it. And that I told you that was going to be like a challenge to begin with because
Right.
We don't want off-the-shelf lighting. You know what I'm saying? I think we were looking for something more, what would you call that?
Rustic.
But not just rustic, but more artistic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a bit challenging, but if it worst comes to worst, you know, we'll have somebody build our lamps.
We do plan on, though, heading out to, how do you say it, Tototlan? Titotlan.
For what?
To look at the rustic furniture.
I don't remember what place was that. It was
Tototlan.
It wasn't. I looked at it. After you showed me the message. I thought it was Tototlan, but it wasn't. It was
I'm telling you, it's Tototlan.
It wasn't. I looked at it.
I looked it up too. I'm
No,
telling
I'm
you.
saying I looked at the message that they sent you.
Okay.
And it wasn't Tototlan. It was nearby. I just can't remember the name of it.
Well, we're going to a city like that because Ototanico, we even walked around and it didn't really have.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Tonala.
Hold on.
Tonala.
Hold on. Your mom just said, Lalo, my dad wanted me to go to Asian buffet, and I said, no. I don't know what you have against Asian buffet. It's bomb.
My mom will not go to buffets.
Okay,
Like,
what were
she
you
is
saying?
terrified of getting sick and throwing up, like me. I do not throw up well. Buenas noches, Aaron and Lalo. My husband and I watch every single one of your videos. We also live in Guanajuato, but are in Chicago right now. Send us a shout out, please. Oh, hola. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say your new YouTube name.
Guerra Cintia, 43.
Okay, my husband said it. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support.
Saludos.
And then this one in Spanish, hon.
Saludos, nunca me pierdo sus videos. Una humilde opinión que he querido decirles, deberían checar las becas bienestar para Abby Cristiano para que les empiece a llegar su dinerito. Sí, no sé si habíamos preguntado, nomás no alcanzamos la fecha límite o algo así. Pero sí, ya nos habían comentado de eso.
All right, you guys. Tonala.
Yeah, what's going on?
You're right. I did say it wrong, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are right. I did say it wrong. But that's where we're going to be going to look at a lot of things, and I'm so excited. Are you going to do fireplace? I wanted a fake fireplace so bad. a fake one.
Why you gonna,
And my
how you gonna have a
husband said
full
no.
fireplace?
I wanted a faux, not like where you put it in and it's making a fake fire. I just wanted the square cut out, and then I was just gonna put some wood in there and make it look pretty, but not like it's not a real fireplace. And my husband won't let me. So no, we're not gonna be doing that. It bothers me.
I don't even know why you would want a fireplace.
bothers
It's already
me.
like 90 degrees
No,
outside.
it bothers me. No, I'm not gonna start it. It's just for the way it looks.
No,
Like-
that's like a waste of space.
No, like if somebody came over and they're like, "Oh, are you gonna start a fire?" I would make something up. I'd be like, "Oh, what would I say?
I have no idea.
The wood's wet." I'd be like, "The wood's wet." You know, it's not gonna
Yeah,
start.
it's the middle of summer.
It's
You're
the
gonna be like,
only-
the wood's wet. No, what?
I am not going to tell anybody it's fake. I really am I don't want to say I'm concerned, but when you walk into my house and then you turn to the left and you look, there's a window to your right, there's a window to your left, and then there's that wall that goes straight up to the ceiling. Now our TV is going to be mounted a little higher up, but under the TV, I wanted the fake fireplace.
Oh my gosh, your mom said because the fireplace makes you feel peaceful.
That's what I'm saying, Mom.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna be peaceful in freaking 100-degree weather with a fireplace.
I'm not
on.
starting it. It's gonna be fake. There's gonna be no like chimney or anything because you know what? I'm not even gonna say it right now because my husband told me I'm not allowed to like. Remember when I showed you the otter thing?
What otter?
Remember? Like what real wild otters look like?
Yeah, they look like puppies.
No, but I was thinking how a chimney's dangerous, just like these
Yeah,
wild
somebody
river
just
otters.
said those termites would love wood in the fireplace.
No, it'd be fake wood.
What?
It'd be fake wood. It would look like wood, but it'd be fake wood.
My God.
And then, like, if somebody was like, "Oh, I'm a little cold," I'd be like, I would lie about it, but I would not be able to tell them it's a fake fireplace, but it would look so beautiful. No, I can't do an electric one.
Your mom
I-
got the number 3 badge, okay, and she's like, I'm a top fan, Lalo.
No, you guys, and my mom is the one also, she has her reserves about me having a darker bathroom. Believe me, she gives me her input. My mom also said when she comes to visit that she gets my master bedroom with the bathroom. Like she's like, I'll come as long as like I get your master bathroom in the bedroom. So me and you are gonna be sleeping like.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, my mom's like, when I come to visit, I get the master bathroom and bedroom.
Oh, I have a whole other house that I can come to, okay? My mom will be here. I'll be sitting here having coffee with my mom.
Yeah, we kick you out. It's just
Yeah.
me and my mom on the balcony in the morning with our coffee. My husband's all mad. But you guys, leave me your ideas on, instead of a fake fireplace, because my husband's not going to do it, what I could do aesthetically to make that area look a little bit more.
I got an idea,
pretty.
100-inch TV. That would be awesome.
You
could
said
you could
90.
have a Yule log, you can have a fireplace, whatever you want on the TV.
You agreed on 90.
I-
Do
but
they
you-
even make 100-inch
This is
TV?
before you mentioned a fake fireplace.
Do they make 100-inch
Yeah,
TV?
they do.
That's insane.
Hmm.
And it would be way too loud. None of us would be able to sleep.
Yeah, we're gonna have surround sound all over the
No,
house.
absolutely no surround sound. Nope. I like to be able to hear the animals at night and sleep peacefully.
At night,
I know you're gonna fall asleep on the couch because we live in my mother-in-law's house right now, and we don't have a TV in the living room. And when we lived in the United States, we had a TV in our living room, and that's kind of where we'd all go for family time. But I know my husband's gonna just fall asleep on the couch every single night, and it's gonna be so loud. Aaron, that TV will give you a seizure.
this is literally where all your fears come from. Okay?
From my mom?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna send my mom Mom, you have to look up what a wild river
Oh my
otter looks
gosh.
like. Because I almost had a heart attack. This person was going down the river with like a travel group, and the river looks so beautiful and stuff, and then all of a sudden this like, have you ever seen Zootopia when the otter turns
Like crazy.
crazy, like wild? That was this river otter. And
Somebody
I
said
literally,
it'll be an entertaining seizure.
my husband is gonna have that TV so loud, and it's just like when he takes a shower, he has the music blasting, And that's just the Mexican in you,
I
because
don't know what it is.
Nico was the same way.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Oh my gosh. Rabbit, I don't know if a otter can get rabies, but that really makes me a bit nervous. Lalo, build your own man cave. I think when we build our barn, Lalo's gonna have his own man cave in there.
Your mom said like the rat in Jessica's hair. What is that about?
No, she was watering her plants and a rat jumped into her hair.
What?
Yeah, she almost had a heart attack.
When?
I don't know. I couldn't even read the full conversation because I was scared it'd happen to me if I'd read it. Someone else is watching the Korean series. Thank you so much for bringing that back up. I won't get into it, but I'm just saying, Korean novella series are what's up. And the series are like, each episode is about over an hour long, and they have lots and lots of episodes. It's so good. I was watching Heartland for the longest time, and then I watched the last season of Heartland, and I was like...
Somebody said, oh my gosh, a rat in the hair.
Oh my word.
How does this stuff happen? I remember a mouse went into your mom's cat brought in a mouse into the house. I swear, your mom was on top of the table, the dinner table, in like a second. Okay? I don't even know how she got up there or what happened, but I don't even know if there was a mouse in the house.
We were just recently who were we talking to at the plaza about how... Remember we were talking to Camila's mom about something, how she got really scared? Oh yeah, about how her sister plays for their little daughter. Yeah. Okay, so they're sisters and they live together in the same house, and her sister sleeps in the bedroom next to her, and her younger sister has a little girl, and her little girl will not go to sleep at night unless she plays scary sounds. And her other sister was like, she plays the sounds for her daughter to go to sleep, but I can't even sleep. She goes, I'm scared to even walk to the bathroom.
Yeah, she plays like Llorona sounds and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was thinking, I was like, man, how messed up is that? No wonder like Mexicans aren't scared of anything. You know what I'm saying?
And her little daughter's just like, like when she's talking, she's like, I even see it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Pedro Alvarez, yes, I did. We did find that.
Did you find your bathroom mirror with the YouTube speaker? Yes, they have tons of Okay, what novellas are better, Korean or Mexican? You guys, it's like a mix for me because I have to watch the Korean novellas in Spanish. So it's like confuses my brain. And then I'll ask Annabelle like if there's something I didn't catch, and Annabelle gets so irritated. She's like, don't ask me. I can't even hear the next thing coming up. And I'm like, Annabelle, you're hurting my feelings. I'm just trying to know what's going on. And she's too deep into chisme, so they're both pretty good. But my mother-in-law, who's Mexicana, she watches her Mexican novellas, but she also watches...
Turkish novelas, Korean novelas.
Yeah, she watches them all, you guys. There's no...
Indian novelas.
She named one of her dogs, we call them the puppies, but she named one Gansu, and that's like one of the Korean names in our show. And you guys, I'm not even joking, I'm getting a ton of people in my emails that are from Korea asking me to do like sponsorships now. I don't know if I told you that.
What?
And I was like, maybe I'm watching it too much. They're like
God.
somehow catching on to it. Oh my gosh. Evan Elizabeth Duke, Aaron and Lalo, love your channel. Please buy something for the new house from me. Hugs from me. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys are wonderful. That's what I'm saying. I have the best YouTube family, you guys. And sometimes I get down on myself because I'll see I don't try to follow a trend. I try to truly show you guys what we're going throughout our day or the week. But then I see people who their channel might be doing great and it's growing and everything else, and then I'll feel down about myself, like maybe it's just not good enough. And then I get people like you and all the people who love our family so much, and they're like, this vlog meant everything today. It brought me peace and joy, and you guys know my kids so well, and you're happy to watch them grow up. So thank you guys for that so much. I want our YouTube channel to grow, but also if it stayed where it was at, I would also be happy just vlogging for you guys. Down payment for Lalo's 100-inch TV. Me and him agreed on 90-inch
What?
TV.
It might as well be 100.
No, my husband can get a 100-inch TV if that's what he really wants. But all of that stuff, we're not really sure how all that's gonna work, because we say we finish the house.
Hold on, I talk about a lot of this stuff, like 100-inch TV and stuff. I don't even know when I'm in the house. Like, you know what I mean? I might come in here to have lunch or dinner.
You never watch TV, so
No.
I don't know what you're gonna watch on your TV.
I don't know. I just want to see it sitting there.
You could play the fireplace on the big TV. I think that's what I'm going to do, play the fireplace on the big TV. We don't know yet how it's going to work so we do the ceiling, then the plastering, the electrical, then the plastering, and then the tile floor, and then after that, we'll need to bring in our appliances, because after that, that will be the next big purchase, is the appliances. And so we're not sure how we're gonna do it all yet. Like, are we gonna take that month and buy all of our appliances, and then we wait the next month to buy our bedding? Like, what are those called? The metal part around your bed frames.
So you guys ask this question a lot, is where we're getting money from this, okay, or for this. And we've answered this a lot, and I also know we have a lot of new subscribers, but so we have a savings, okay? So we ended up coming back from the States with a certain amount of money. So our plan was, I mentioned this on there before, we never planned on staying in Mexico the rest of our life. Okay, when we got to Mexico, we planned on being here for 5 years. We thought 5 years would be good enough for our kids to learn Spanish. They got to, be around family and see the culture. And hopefully my wife would learn Spanish, you know what I mean? And I got to help out my mom and do some of the things that my dad wanted to do to his property, okay? And that was our goal then. So we got to Mexico with X amount of money. So we decided, okay, well, we're gonna take this money and we're gonna divide it, monthly. You know what I mean? And then we'll figure out, what it is a week, and then that's what we have for the week.
And then also we would have had a good chunk of savings if we had to go back to the States and put a down payment for a house.
So that was our plan. So we originally thought we were gonna move back to the States after 5 years, and it was either gonna be Texas or Arizona, or some other warm state, okay? So we ended up staying here, and that's what we still do. We still have to budget that way. We're still on that same budget. I went back to the States for a year and 4 months, and I worked that whole time. So, I would send money back here, and Aaron would put it away. So that just kept adding to our savings account. And, cause since my mom owns this house, we don't actually have to pay rent. The bills that we do pay, cause we pay everything in the house, the bills that we do pay are like a fraction of what we would have paid in the States. Okay?
But we still have to, even with all that, we still have to budget.
Yeah.
And our YouTube is a way to help us as well. Your guys' love and support helps us so much. That was a blessing. If we wouldn't have got that, we would have had to leave Mexico. So
Yeah.
that's a big thing too. Also my photography and things like that. I wanted to read this really quick. Nani says, I love you guys, so inspiring. I'm a U.S. citizen and my husband is from Mexico City. And I tell my husband all the time that maybe we should move to Mexico. My husband says, you won't get used to it.
What?
Moving to if you moved to Mexico, you wouldn't get used to it.
So, like I just said, we didn't plan on staying here the rest of our lives, okay? It eventually grew on everybody.
Yeah.
If you were to ask my kids right now, where would you rather live? Because all my kids have gone to the States, they go back to the States, and they also live here. They would tell you they want to stay here. And that's what kind of made our decision. Okay, well, none of our kids want to leave. We don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? So we have to figure out,
How do we make it work?
how do we make it work here? Because, now do we build a house here? You know what I'm saying? So, once we figured that out, that we did want to stay here, then, our budget, like what we had for buying a house or putting a down payment on a house in or in Arizona or Texas or whatever it was, now goes to building a house here.
And I will say, I don't know if it was the same for my husband, but when we finally decided we're gonna use the money we've been saving to start the foundation for our home, I was so terrified because once you start digging and laying cement and rocks, there's really no going back. Your money just went from savings and now it's over there in your foundation.
Yeah, it's a pile of rocks and dirt.
And it was like gut wrenching because God provided, but it's still really sometimes hard to follow because no one else around us is doing this.
Everybody's telling you you're crazy. Everybody's telling you, what are you guys doing? What are you guys gonna do for work? All these things.
And we have no one helping us. Me and my sisters are really close, and if they were living in the same neighborhood, they would be here helping me make decisions and things like that. But they're not, and it was really God, me, and my husband, and it was terrifying. Oh, Lalo, get the Airbnb going in about 2 years so I can visit. Let's start a business together. You guys know what? It would be such a great investment.
So we've actually talked about this. Okay, so we actually thought about investing in buying an Airbnb. We just have to finish our house.
Yeah, we have to finish our house.
There's so many things, I mentioned this on here before as well. There's so many things we want to do. And sometimes I ask myself, and I've asked my wife this too, I was like, did we start backwards? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like, so much is going into our house. We struggle with so many things, having a decent car to drive. We have to drive to Guadalajara tomorrow, and we're nervous about our car breaking down or whatever it is. And I told my wife, I was like, and I'm not complaining. I don't want it to seem like I'm complaining about this. It's just things that we think about. You know what I'm saying? So I told my wife, did we start backwards? Should we have, maybe bought a car, like a decent car to drive around first, and then started on our house, or maybe bought a business first, or whatever it is. But I just have to remember that, this is what we have to do. This is what we started, and we have to see this through. Because if we don't, if I let my ideas go, we might not finish any of them.
Right, and
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to kind of know exactly what to do. I don't have, a book to this. I'm kind of going with what I think is right. So, we told you guys that we wanted to start a homestead. We wanted to be self-sufficient. We wanted a golf cart. You know what I'm saying? Now I have a golf cart sitting in the driveway that I have to fix somehow. So it's things like that sometimes get hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's not anything impossible. It's just hard to do all at once.
And then my mom also said, Aaron, are you starting a rotisserie chicken business? So
that'd be awesome too.
That was one of my things I really wanted to do was people in the, if you've been to Mexico, in the bigger cities, they have rotisserie chicken style places. But here on our ranch, they sell fresh butchered chickens every morning, but they're not cooked or anything. And I told my husband, I think it'd be a great idea if we could get a rotisserie oven that say just had 8 chickens that we could start selling and try to sell 8 a day. But as far as an Airbnb goes, there's some places in Mexico me and my husband just really love. One of them is Jamay. I feel like Jamay is still there's not really any tourists there, but it's very beautiful and it would have affordable property.
There's a lot of investments going into Kamai right now. Anywhere along the lake right now is becoming very, very attractive to, you know, people that are visiting. Somebody asked, you know, what we planned on doing after the house is done. I still want to use my welding degree. You know what I'm saying? I still want to weld. I still want to, like I said, I want to invest in things. I want to take care of my dad's property. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to have animals. I want to have all these things. I just can't do that right now. I have to get my house done, and I have to have a happy wife and a happy family so that I can be at peace and then be able to do what I want to do.
And we've had our moments, you guys, like when our beams have set us back like close to 2 months. We did not think that was coming, and it did. So we have our setbacks where we're kind of like, man, now we have to wait on something. Like, what are we doing in the meantime? But then it just so happened that we have the meantime to take care of Abby's leg. So hopefully, once the house is done, God's going to show us what's next. Now, for my husband, he has a lot of things he wants to do. I have a lot of things I want to do with the animals, but there's also so many orphanages around Mexico that I want to help with. I can feel my heart calling me.
That too. We talk about this all the time.
I can feel my heart calling me to helping in some of these places. In like Chapala and Ajijic, there's American families that opened up orphanages to help especially young girls that have been abused in certain ways. And there's no like foster care system, so when they open these orphanages, it is just a beacon of light for these young girls. So, and it's so close. I want to be able to do something with that. I can feel God calling me to help a little more, and even having me and my children, my husband, go volunteer in these places, and give financially and spiritually and physically. I want to be able to do that. So I'm hoping when our home is done, even right now, we can take some small steps, but I'm hoping to be able to take a little bit bigger steps. Even some of those orphanages, they take field trips with these young children and they bring them out to farms like ours because they don't always get to see that. And I was like, man, wouldn't that be so cool if we would be able to have animals one day and open our home to people like that could come in and just have a beautiful, peaceful day. So that's something we think about in the future, or at least I do. I think about that a lot.
We talk about this all the time. You know what I mean? It's not, like I said, we have to finish one thing at a time. And, you know, hopefully we're blessed enough to be able to do all these things. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we're doing them, you know, right. Hopefully we're doing things the way we're supposed to be doing.
And I'll tell you guys about doing them right. Somebody gave me the best advice, and sometimes people say things to me that really stick with me. And we had a dog, and it still makes me emotional thinking about her, but she was a street dog and she was abandoned, and then she got pregnant and we were going to take care of her and her puppies, and we brought her to the vet, and she ended up having distemper, but a severe form of it where it
we don't know how long she's had it for. So you know what I mean, she was a stray, so we don't know if she had it since she was a puppy because she had some what do you call it?
She had like neurological. He wouldn't even take her out of the crate. He was a very professional vet. He spoke English, and he said most likely her puppies will not make it as well. And he said there's nothing you can do because she was a street dog and she didn't get vaccines. Anyways, it was crushing. And because I just wanted her. We wouldn't have kept her puppies or anything. We just wanted to be able to, say they went out for adoption or whatever it was, but we wanted to be able to get her fixed and keep her, and we couldn't. And somebody wrote me and they said, Erin, your heart is too sensitive for rescue animals. And that's something I really took to heart, thinking about that, because I didn't even know there was something like distemper to look for, because our dogs, when we got them their puppies, we got them their vaccines, they went home. When you do rescues and you do anything like that, you really have to know a lot. You also have to know you might have to give that dog up, or something might happen to it, and you have to be mentally prepared for that. So I think we've learned a lot in Mexico. There's so many street dogs.
But there's also so many things that we can do to
There's
help people that are
rescuing,
willing, that are
that already
willing
have
to
it
rescue.
set up. Yes. So I think those are some of the harder things we've had to learn along the way. Like, it kills me, it hurts me so bad to see these children and families suffering. It hurts me so bad to see these animals suffering. But people have rescues and orphanages set up. Okay, so how can I put more into that to help? Because right now I can't set up an animal rescue, you know.
And we have. I think a lot of people on here, or part of our YouTube, donated a lot towards that that dog and her puppies, and a lot of that, all of that went into
a rescue in
Chapala.
It went to a rescue in Chapala, and even though our hearts were so hurt, I messaged this woman in Chapala. She ran a rescue, and I told her, I said, our puppy just passed away from distemper, and we want to give this donation money to a rescue. And we gave it to the rescue, and we were able, I think she said, to feed over 100 dogs. And so that kind of helped our heart feel a little bit better. But it's kind of one of those lessons when you're in a foreign country and you see a lot more like hurt sometimes. How can we help? How can we reach out more and help? So I think my husband and me are like, all right, we have to focus on getting our home done. But these are things that we really want to give towards.
Somebody asked, that's our wedding picture behind us.
No, it's my brother-in-law. And so I want to look at one of the things on here. Rome wasn't built in a day because there were no Mexicans there.
That's true.
You're right. Rome wasn't built in a day. I also love this channel. Thank you so much. I remember watching those vlogs, and it was so sad. Even as a viewer, I got teary-eyed hearing you talk about her passing. You guys, it was horrid. It was really bad for me, and I didn't even know how to vlog it for you guys, and I was just crying the whole time. I ended up leaving to go see my mom right after that with the little girls, and I had to, and even talk to my doctor and just be like, okay, I have to take a breath. I wasn't able to help right here, but there's other ways I can help.
Jessica Corral, she asked if we fed the workers. So that hasn't happened yet. You didn't miss it. We had to take some time to wait for our beans. Our workers haven't been here, but I promise you that we will take them out to I don't know, dinner or breakfast or whatever it is. And I don't know if you wanted to vlog that or not.
No, I'm going to vlog it, but I planned on, because what our workers do is they come early in the morning and then they leave for lunch with their families, and then they come back after lunch. So I planned on bringing them something to eat right before they could leave back home, right before the end of the day. So if we went and got pizza or something, they would be able to bring it back home to their family as well, because they wouldn't miss out on their wives' lunch.
No.
But they would bring lunch home to their family.
I think that'd be something that we'd have to plan out, and then, you know what I mean, they wouldn't have to explain to their wife why they didn't eat their lunch. So, somebody on here also asked why we didn't record that we did that with the money.
I couldn't record it because I gave through PayPal. So I can post the rescue that we gave to, but I messaged them because they were all the way out in Chapala, and then
it's not something that we want to like show off. You know what I'm saying? I understand that people want to see it. I don't think it's something that, you know, this is something that calls to us. I don't feel like that we have to record, you know what I mean, us, you know, here's some money. And we give money out all the time. You know what I'm saying? We buy people food all the time, especially people that are really in need of all the time. We see people that are completely homeless with, you know, holding on to children in their arms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like extremely hard for me to even see. I don't want to film myself, you know, giving them money for YouTube. I mean, I don't feel like that's gonna do anything. Like I said, we can post, you know, the rescue that we gave to, But I don't know that you're ever gonna see us
Physically.
physically giving people money.
No, but I can post a rescue because I would love if anybody was. I might have actually posted in the past where it says my post and I post photos and things. If you go back on there, I might have actually put it on there. But I didn't physically go to that rescue. I just asked people what would be the best one to go to from my Chapala page, and then that's who we donated to, and it was a really big blessing for them. But there's lots of rescues to give to. It's just hard. It's one of the harder things about living here because I want to be able to help a little bit more right now, but I also know we need to finish our home so that I have the time and the resources to give. But that will be a part of our journey. I can't wait to share with you guys once our home is a little bit more finished, and us taking the time to go volunteer and spread light to these orphanages, to animal rescues, and being able to travel a little bit more in Mexico is something we're really hopeful for and we pray about. Even when my mom and my sister come here, hopefully in February, I would love to take them out to see things like that because my mom and my sister also have very big, kind, giving hearts. And I think that'd mean a lot to them.
Daniel Juarez, muchísimas gracias. Daniel Juarez says, Lalo, I can make your cabinets and ship them from Tijuana.
Oh, really? That would be wonderful. Out of metal you can make them?
I'm not sure.
We could probably fly to Tijuana and see them because I just had a friend who was like, yeah, we're flying to Tijuana. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, it's more economical. I was like, oh my gosh. Instead of taking the bus. Evan Elizabeth Duke, no explanation needed. I think all of us watching your channel share in what you care about. Together, we can all spread the love. Thank you so much. Big decisions will always make you self-doubt. It is a natural. Oh, thank you. No, not everything is for the public. No, and I do wish sometimes I could show you guys just so people could be more aware, but then again, I would never ruin that moment for someone, so... Like, there's a little girl, you guys, who, when we go to a certain store in Ocotlán, her mom and her dad are normally always out there. They either are putting groceries into your car, washing cars, or whatever it is. And they have a little girl with them. She has to be maybe 3. And
you guys, this little girl is probably the cutest thing ever. Okay, she reminds me so much of Annabelle when she was little.
Yeah,
she has
really cute.
Blonde, really, really curly hair. She's really fair-skinned, and she has, I don't know if they're hazel or green eyes.
Yeah.
But
she's so cute.
It is literally heartbreaking to see that both her parents, I don't even know if it's her parents, I think it's her grandparents.
Yeah, probably.
You know, that she has to be out there in the sun all day with her grandparents, you know, washing cars or whatever it is they do. And it's hard for us sometimes to just give out money as well. You know what I'm saying? So
we buy her toys and stuff.
We'll
bring out Jello.
Yeah, we'll buy her Jello. We'll buy her yogurt, or you know what I mean, a little toy, or you know what I mean, whatever it is. And you guys have no idea the smile on this person's face.
Yeah, she is so happy.
That's just.
It means the world. So, in that little girl, I haven't seen her recently, but it's different because it's not like you know the family is struggling. You know the little girl looks like maybe she hasn't had a shower in a while or things like that. She's not sitting outside with her parents with a phone or a tablet. And so we bring her out little special things, especially the younger boys who are washing cars and stuff. And you guys, I'm telling you right now, when, say, a boy that's around Cristiano's age, he's not going to school, he does not have nice clothes on, but he's coming and he's trying to make a living. So he asked to put the groceries in your car, which is very normal in Mexico. And then say you hand him 100 pesos, which would kind of be a lot to hand them. But I will give him, say I gave him 100 pesos, but then I also gave him a nice cold Coke and a chocolate bar. That lights up his face even more than the pesos you gave him. And it's just because you thought of something out of your heart. Like that 100 pesos, he might have to save to bring back to his family, but that Coke and that chocolate bar, he can just sit down and enjoy. And they always do. I like wait a minute before I turn out, and I'm like, Evie, are they eating their stuff? And they go sit in the shade. Or I'll get a big thing of cold Jellos.
I remember at Soriana we bought those kids the little Jellos. They have packs here of like little small Jellos, and I remember buying them like a bag of them, and they were so excited. They were so excited to just sit down and have a Jello. You know what I mean? That's like nuts to me. You know what I'm saying? That who gets that excited about, you know what I mean, having a little Jello?
And the reason we bring that up is because we don't vlog those things. But if you ever do come to Mexico, these were things I was not aware of when I came. I didn't know like why somebody was asking me to put groceries in my car, wash my car, or whatever it was. I didn't understand what I was looking at and what I was seeing. And now that I do, if you ever do come to Mexico, just keep that in the back of your mind. There's even older ladies at the tiendas that bag your groceries.
Yeah, these people don't get paid. They're to specifically live off of tips.
And they're very elderly. And so just keep that in the back of your mind. Most people give them 5 pesos or 2 pesos. And just keep that in the back of your mind that you're really making their day, and it makes a big difference for them. But that was just a cultural thing that I had no idea about until a couple years in, like really seeing it and understanding what was going on.
Hold on, I have to answer. Where was he? You can go ahead. I gotta find this.
Okay, guys, and we're just trying to go through some of the questions real quick. OCNS4, thank you so much.
Daniel Juarez, I'd love to. I'll PM you when we figure something out.
For what?
For he's the one that offered to build the cabinets.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be so cool. Well, I'm baking for my channel. I gotta go. Have a great and blessed night. I will finish watching tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Buenos noches. Little Blue House Farm in Mexico. Buenos noches. Buenos noches. Acts of charity should
have to be done secretly to avoid seeking praise from people. I'm sure there's a verse in the Bible that talks about that. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, I mean, there is a verse in the Bible that, but plus, there is someone we like to watch called Murph's Life.
Oh yeah, Murph's Life is. If you guys don't follow him, please follow his channel. He does absolutely amazing things.
He turns families' lives around in Mexico, all over the place, and he does vlog it. But that's what his whole entire channel is about, and he does it in such a beautiful, respectful way.
Yes, he has a whole team of people. It's not just
amazing.
him giving out money. He has a whole team of people, and
he invests in their life.
Yes, he is doing amazing things.
Yep, so that's called Murph's Life. And if you guys look that up, let me know. He does such amazing things. And when you're watching what he's doing, these are the types of families we're seeing around us at times, and that we are helping in a very small amount. But this guy, he goes full into their family history and dynamic and finds out and starts businesses for people and rebuilds homes. It is so beautiful. So beautiful.
So in the future, me and Aaron had talked about this before. So when we actually came to Mexico, we bought all these animals. If you guys don't know, but we had any animal that you can think of. We had chickens, we had cows, we had goats, we had sheep, we had quail, we had I think 120 chickens at one point. We had ducks. We had all these things, okay, and basically we were trying to figure out what we'd like to take care of, okay, what we wanted to live off of, basically. So I think now we would probably tell you chickens and sheep. Okay, those are probably the easiest. They give you the most bang for your buck type thing. But also, we noticed that there was a huge need for elderly people to get the basics. Okay, and I told Aaron that I don't know if you guys know this, but we have a ridiculously big backyard in my, bigger than I've ever had my whole life. Okay. We can grow all this corn on it, and I wanted to start kind of like a community garden. Okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to grow all these vegetables and give them out as despensas to elderly people that I knew really needed them.
And my husband is actually a really great gardener.
So
good.
before, if you guys watched our older channels, you guys know that where our house sits now, we had a garden there. Okay, and that's, I mean, a lot of times that's what we did with our vegetables. We would give them away to people that needed them. But again, this is, you know, things that we would like to do in the future. Just thinking about, you know, I mean, still our community and things that, you know, things that we really care about. You know, these people that are in need literally have nobody.
And we actually know a couple of elderly people, especially out in Ocotlan, that we know could really use it. So that would be really great, a community garden. So me and my husband have these dreams and these hopes, but we've kind of learned the hard way that we have to take everything one step at a time. And so
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. So now the next step is the ceiling, and then we help along the way, and then
So-
hopefully we can help bigger once that's done.
So I have a story for you guys. When I first came to Mexico, this is before we moved here. I came here to get my residency. I was 25 years old at the time, and I was here with my mom and my dad for the very first time after 20 years or 21 years in the States. And I remember watching, I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, and I remember watching an elderly lady. She was, if I had to guess, I would probably say 90 years old.
In our ranch?
Yep, in a ranch. And I would watch her walk up the street in front of my house every morning by like 6 o'clock, 6:30, with a bundle of wood on her back. 90 years old. She was really tiny lady, hunched over.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yes.
So I would watch her every day, okay? And I remember asking my dad, I remember asking my mom first. I asked my mom first who she was and why nobody was helping her, okay? And my mom really didn't know who she was. You know, she just said maybe that's what she has to do. And, you know, time passed, and I remember seeing her again, and I asked my dad who she was. And my dad told me, you know, that she was in her 90s. She had 6 kids, and, you know, nobody was helping her. Nobody was helping her. And I remember one day, at the time, my dad was still selling at the swap meet in Ocotlan. And I was sick with a cold, and I didn't want to go to the swap meet. I told my dad I didn't feel like going. And, you know, I got up anyways, and my dad always he would tell me, you know, don't ever say that. Don't ever say that, you know what I mean, that you're too tired or like you're too sick to do anything. And I asked him why, and he brought up that lady that we were talking about. He said, what if that lady, you know, woke up that day and said, I don't feel like doing it. I'm
Right.
too sick to do it, or, you know what I mean, I don't want to do it. You know, what would be the outcome for her? He goes, you know, she's probably carrying that wood because she doesn't have a gas stove.
Right.
You know, she probably has to do this for her to eat. You know what I mean? For her to survive everyday life. You know what I mean? So he goes, just don't ever do that. Don't ever tell yourself, you know, I'm not gonna do this because I'm sick. You know what I mean? That literally could depend, you know, on the rest of your day, the rest of your week.
Right.
He goes, fortunately, you don't have to think about those things, but, you know, think of people that do. Think of people that do have to think about these things. That, you know what I mean, that don't have any help, and, you know, if they don't get up and do it themselves, you know, that's it. That could be their, you know what I mean, the rest of their day or week.
Right. And you see a lot of that in Mexico. We see a lot of elderly couples. There's one elderly couple that I love so much, and he pushes his wife. They collect cardboard, and she sits on top of his bike. And you guys, they have to be in their 80s. And they do it every day. And I always think about that, man, what if they're tired or something? But they do it. So there's so many ways. Me and my husband know we want to help. We don't want to just build our dream home in Mexico and there we are, you know, like that's not what we're thinking.
Sometimes I feel like that's what people think that we're gonna do. You know what I mean? That we're just building a dream home and everything seems, you know, so perfect and everything else. You know, we don't want to end it there. We
No.
don't want to. This isn't our plan. It's in our plan to build our house. You know what I'm saying? But we also have bigger plans that don't involve, you know what I mean, us personally.
And it's our responsibility to get our house done because this is my mother-in-law's home. She'd let us live here forever, but just because she would let us do that doesn't mean it's right. So we need to get our home done for our children and our family and our next generation to come. But we don't want our home to be the end of it. We don't want to just live in there like princesses. At night I do. I'm gonna have my silk pajamas on and I'm gonna be the princess of the house.
Not me.
But there's so much in Mexico we want to help with. And the cooler thing even is that there's so many of these states in Mexico and these cities that are beautiful and enchanting and full of culture. And you can go explore and have this wonderful experience and also help the people of those communities. Just as you're walking on, like, I have this thing in my room where whenever I'm cleaning and there's change or anything on the ground, I always put it in this little box and the change collects so fast. And then whenever I'm leaving to the city, I put that change into my bag and I know, I don't care if there's 200 pesos dropped on the ground. If someone didn't pick it up, it's going in my donation box because that means someone didn't care enough to pick it up in the house. I'm gonna give it to someone who does care. So whenever we go somewhere, we always have these opportunities to help the families in these cities. And that's another thing we really want to travel around Mexico because it's so beautiful and there's so many things to see and experience. Silk pajamas. What I might do with the silk pajamas is somebody asked if we ever get offered sponsorships, and I do get offered them, but I haven't had anything in Mexico offered. A lot of it's in the United States, which we wouldn't really be able to do much with that, but I do tag products. So like my makeup products or like our area or things we really enjoy using. I'll try to tag those on my vlogs, but somebody did ask about that, and maybe when we find more sponsorships within Mexico, we would probably love to do something like that. But the silk pajamas, that was my point. I'm gonna try to find a sponsorship for the silk pajamas. So like I can have enough that when like family and guests come over, I can be like, do you guys know where Mackinac Island is in Michigan? There's a hotel called the Grand Hotel, and they have a dress code at night, and you have to like be dressed a certain way. And I'm gonna have a dress code at night for anybody that comes to the house, and there'll be like silk pajama sets.
What? What are you gonna do? Silk pajamas now?
No, I'm not selling them. I'm just like, they're like at a hotel where you get like a welcome gift.
My gosh.
But it's not like a suggestion, you have to wear it. And then my mom said on here, she's like, when I come to visit, I'm gonna bring a fireplace and my own bedding.
Oh my gosh.
My mom, you guys, I love her so much, but me and her have like a different aesthetic almost. And she wants to buy all the bedding for my home. And I'm like, Mom, we have to do this together. And she's like, I'm just gonna bring it.
Your
and
mom,
you just put it
your
on
mom
the
just
bed.
said about the girls' silk pajamas.
Oh, Mom, that's so nice of you. You should start buying silk pajamas and saving it for when you come here. Hopefully my mom doesn't get stuck in customs because you guys, I do get my fearful side from my mom. And she just doesn't ever want to be in a bad situation. And so her coming to Mexico, I have traveled to Mexico by myself with my 4 children alone so many times. My mom, I don't think would ever travel to Mexico alone unless it was an emergency. Like she would be so scared to go through customs, and like if the button turned red and they had to go through her things. Abby, whenever her button turns red, Abigail talks to the customs officers and always gets us out really quick. Oh. Lalo, that was heartfelt in the reality of everyday life for so many. I lived through it in Nicaragua. Oh, wow. To this day, it is hard for me to waste food or take days off. I will tell you, when I came to Mexico, I cut a piece of onion and we were doing something. Our neighbors and stuff were there. And there was like this much left of the onion. And I was cleaning up, I went to throw it away. And our neighbor, Sonia, was like, don't throw that onion away. That's still good. Why would you throw that away? And I'm just so used to it. You have that much left of a tomato. Okay, well, it's been sitting out. You might as well just throw it away. So, yeah, people are not wasteful here with
It's
their
hard to be
food.
wasteful when you have so many people in need. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And a lot of people see this. So like, you know what I mean? Me growing up in the States, I mean, I've seen some poverty, but not to this extent. So, you know, and I also seen a lot of my dad around me, you know what I mean, do a lot of good things for people. You know what I'm saying? And I see how many of you guys do great things for us as well. You know what I'm saying? I might as well, I want to give that back.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I want other people to feel that. I want everybody to, you know what I mean, kind of know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say I didn't grow up with much. I had anything I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, most of the things that I was focused on was like material things. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm older, I'm literally I'm trying to teach my kids. You know what I mean? What really is important. You know what I'm saying? And what's important is to help others help others. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, none of these material things are gonna do anything for us. You know what I mean? I understand that we're building a house, and you know what I mean. We're building a house because we need one. You know, the house that we live in now is my mom's. You know what I mean? I don't want to be living here for the rest of my life, and I want my brothers and my sisters to also be able to come here and live in my mom's house if my mom was gone at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not. You know, if they don't get the chance to build a house in Mexico or whatever it is, then you know what I mean. They'll still be able to come here, and still enjoy it.
Someone said black silk pajamas, and like, why can I just imagine you in black?
Dude, I'm gonna
silk
get some
pajamas?
Darth Vader pajamas.
You know how like I watch my Korean novellas, I can definitely see my husband with like silk pajamas and his slippers. Oh, you look so handsome.
Do they make boot slippers?
No, they might actually. All right, you guys, we're gonna get going and get ready for bed. We have a really big day tomorrow, but I'm glad our Wi-Fi came back on, and I'm glad I got to talk to you guys a little bit more, and we'll have a lot more exciting vlogs throughout next week. So thank you everybody for your love and support. If you could comment, like, and share for us, that would be wonderful. One day, guys, I'm gonna get that silver plaque. One day, and all of you guys are going to be a big part of it. So thank you so much.
Wait. Somebody said Area has slippers that look like boots. Send me the link to this. Where are these?
No, it's going to be like when my husband, whenever we go on like a small vacation to a hotel or something, all of us are pool ready, and my husband's like in full sweater, cowboy boots, sunglasses, and I'm like, what if you accidentally fall in the pool?
That's
Then
why
what?
I'm not even close to
You're
the pool.
gonna drown.
I'm not even close to the pool.
All right, you guys. Buenas noches a todos.